Boys, what do we got? On the 10th of every month, need I remind you that we have Trader's Corner? Yes. Are you a traitor or a trader? Let's hope you're a trader and you want to buy, sell, or trade a knife. And if you do, do it in the comment section or contact me. LUVTHEMKNVs@gmail.com prior to the 10th, and I'll read off your request on the air. And of course, billions of people around the world see this video. Yeah, maybe 800. Okay. And may respond. Okay. Otherwise, put it in the comment section. If you want to buy, sell, trade, go to the comment section. Look at what else anybody else is trying to buy, sell, or trade. You might find something of interest. Okay? This is what this started out being. Now it's kind of rant, knife news, all kinds of other stuff. And I sit down and I go, oh, it's not going to be a very long video this month because, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, I got to do, oh yeah. So here it comes. Here it comes. Do your buy, sell, trade down below. But I got a bunch of other news to tell you about that may be of interest to you. Okay? Just an FYI. This, for some guys that are just not in the know with constant back and forth on the forums and Instagrams and this and this and this, some of this stuff might be news to you. So, I mean, that's kind of why I'm doing it. Okay? Now, we have an upcoming knife sale. I think, always get people saying, when's your next knife sale? When's your next knife sale? Really, at some point in time, I guess I need to probably just do it like the first or the second Saturday of the month and the fourth Saturday of the month and just say that's it, okay? So I'll try and noodle on that, and next month I'll announce what I'm going to do, but I need to set some solid dates. That way, Patreons and other people who want to sell their knives will know what their deadline is for getting their knives in for the sale, okay? And this month, it's for the Patreon group, and feel free to join my Patreon group if you want. I mean, it's $5 a month, less than that, than $60 a year if you just pay for the whole year. It's a little discount or something. But I mean, $10 a month, then I sell 2 knives for you every 30 days, and I don't charge you a fee on it. You got to pay the little credit card 3% processing that I have to pay, and also shipping to the new guy, whoever buys it, but that's it. And you get the rest of the money, either Cash App or Zelle or whatever. Okay, I don't do PayPal, Venmo, but just saying. So feel free to join. On the 12th of this month, there is going to be a legendary Umongo sale, okay? And it is going to be insane, okay? I already have at least 115 knives, and I got 3 more boxes coming in, okay? This is going to be probably 135, 140 knives, maybe by the time the smoke clears. And they are really some cool knives, okay? So, feel free. I mean, these knife sales just keep getting better and better. So, for the public, it will be on the 14th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Patreon, the 12th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And, really, it's been running like Patreon group is buying anywhere from like 25 to 30, 35% of the knives before it ever goes public. So, they're going to cherry pick it. So, not that there's not going to be a crap load of really cool knives still, but just FYI, if you're interested, you may get that one knife you've always been looking for. Maybe like a Hoback Chinese, one of the best Chinese Hoback knives ever made. Or something like that. Hey, how about a stovepipe? Could it be? Well, I haven't done the review yet, but it might hit this sale yet. So, keep advised on that. Now, also, I do want to get very serious about this. Of course, you know Max Chuck, and you know that Ivan Bragnitz both live in Ukraine. Ivan has done a ton of knives with Real Steel. He's working with Knife Nuts Podcast with Levon over there on an Akoma. Okay, that's his design with Real Steel. The Akoma is going to be carbon fiber handle and M390 blade. And you got to put $100 down. Then I think they're saying three to 5 months, and it'll be released. I can't remember. You'll have to check with Knife Nuts Podcast on Instagram. He said he's still got some open spots if you're interested in getting one of those, and they look way cool. So, and they're doing some other things together with Levon and Ivan on that. And Ivan's in a scary position right now because he is in eastern Ukraine and he's not far from the Black Sea, so they're doing some heavy shelling. Not that far south of him. So far, he hasn't been, he hasn't seen the incoming. Max is west of Kiev, so he is getting a lot of refugees running from the eastern part and the capital city coming through. It's getting really hairy there, and he is in a residence on land he owns, and he's got 2 children. So this is really terrifying, and he's not going anywhere. He's not going to go. So I don't know. I'm cold winter. When they run out of power, water, food, So what I'm getting around to saying is we have a donation section on this upcoming knife sale because Leon Dodd and who's of Polish descent, and then Tom Hudson and me so far, and Guilfoyle, Jason Guilfoyle, have all donated knives to where the proceeds from those knife sales will go to Ukraine, okay? So just wanted to make that very clear to everybody that we are doing that on this upcoming sale. And there's going to be some good knives and some stuff there. There's not a lot, but there's some. And I have had Max direct funds for me because first of all, he speaks and reads Ukrainian and I don't. And some of the links I've used to donate directly to the Defense Fund and or civilian causes have been difficult to navigate for me and Tom and whatever. So I've funneled it through Max, and he's helping out. So he's on the ground there, okay? So no better person to help direct the funds. If that's an issue for you, that's fine. I don't care. I totally trust Max to be faithful, fiduciary of getting these funds to the correct places. You can only imagine, as a Ukrainian person that's proud and not very fond of Russia, that these funds are going to go to the right hands, okay? And he's helping me on a new project that I don't expect that. I expect that's going to be on hold for a while. And I just pray that he doesn't end up in a bad situation with this whole war. I mean, it's already a bad situation, but I mean, I hope he survives it. Seriously, that he and Ivan both do. That's how serious this is. Okay, so moving on, the knife sale. Okay, that's going to be a huge deal. And as soon as the smoke clears and I get most everything shipped out, I'm headed to Fort Worth. I'm going to go to the Texas Knife Show. So any of you guys going to be at the Texas Blade Show, I'm going to be there March 18th and 19th. I'm driving back on the 20th. I'm driving out there from Bella Vista, Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas. It's not that big a drive. And it'll be nice just to let my brain turn into butter and melt and shit while I drive all day. It's nice to have some downtime and a change of scene. So it'll be nice to be in Fort Worth. I'm bringing my wife. I'm going to take her to dinner. I'm going to go to the cowboy bars and have a good time. But I will be reporting back. I'm going to bring my camera, I'm going to bring a microphone, and I'm going to do what I can. It's not going to be real involved like I do with the SHOT Show, but I think it'll be really interesting. And hell, the last 2 years in a row, I haven't been able to go to Blade because of one thing or another, either a grandson on the way or moving from Tucson to Bella Vista, and then not in the too distant future, probably another 2 to 3 months, I'll be moving to Florida. And that's a long story, but I'll be moving to Florida. So, any of you guys live in Florida, get ready. But it's going to be in the central part of the state. My brother-in-law is a retired Marine colonel, and his wife are there, and they want family near them, and they've, been very persistent, and they found us a house down there, and we were lucky to, how the real estate market is crazy. Okay, so, knife sale, join Patreon, going to Texas Blade Show. What else can we do for you? And also last night I was on a podcast with Ray at Everyday City Carry. So that will get published on the 11th. So that's tomorrow. Ray will post that podcast. Now, of course, that happened, started up at about 8:30 at night, which is 9:30 Ray's time. And so, I'd already come back from Lake Point sitting at the pub, and I got a Vietnam vet friend and another friend that we were sitting there talking about everything and joking and laughing and drinking. So when I got home, I felt very good. So regardless, it was a fun conversation with Ray. I might have been a little obtuse, but then again, I was just laid back and just having fun. He already has some pre-planned segments on his podcast, so not a lot that I needed to really do other than go along with his agenda. And we had a lot of fun. So check that out. I don't know if I should have told you about it, man. I'm not sure. I got to watch it myself. What the hell? Okay. So I'm at the age where I don't really give a rat's ass, so don't try and play any mind games with me there. Okay. Also, like I said before, the Hoback situation, I get it. And so a lot of us didn't know that some of his knives had been being made in China, etc., etc. That's the Hoback Summit. I posted that review a few days ago. And I've got this. In case you haven't gone on their site, you can always screenshot this and it'll tell you what's made in China, what's USA/China, which I don't understand what that means. I mean, it'd be nice to have a little bit more explanation. Does that mean the blades are cut there, or the assembly happens in USA, or what? I understand USA made, I understand China made. I don't understand the other stuff. And since in his FAQ section it says Italy, Europe, what else? Hong Kong, blah, 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 some other countries. I'm going, so I don't see anything from Italy, Hong Kong, Singapore, whatever, any other European country in here. So why would you name all those countries? But so in case you hadn't been up on that conversation, in case this is news to you, just an FYI on that, because some people weren't in on that conversation and therefore didn't know what was going on. Okay, so there's a $625 Chinese knife, but it ain't no more, because a lot of the retailers started blowing them out the door at like $450, $460, something like that, just to get them out of their inventory. So some guys got, that's a hell of a deal. That's a hell of a deal. That was probably their cost. Okay, so on that knife. Now, the Vandal, TwoSun Vandal. This is the one in M390. It doesn't have my initials or Max's initials visible. It's inside the scale, and it also says M390 inside the scale. Do I know that this is M390? I haven't put an analyzer to this blade, but I've tested 3 or 4, maybe 5 previous TwoSun knives that said M390. They were all M390. In fact, the TS68, which is a little knife, right? That actually Rockwelled at a 62, which is pretty freaking awesome. It was the highest Rockwell I personally have had on M390. Okay, so, but regardless, yes, it's M390. And so they are out. I have some in hand. This will be one that will be in my giveaway to my $10 Patreon group. Another thing, if you're in the $10 Patreon group, there's a monthly giveaway. You get a choice between a knife and a flashlight. This month is a choice between the M390 Vandal, which is a button lock machete, by the way, or you can get the Olight Premium Edition, and it's patriotic, and it's the Baton 3, and it comes with the charging case, the wireless charging case as well. Plus it's USB-C rechargeable. It charges the internal battery in this case, plus the flashlight battery, and you could flip the Baton 3 out between that and the S1R. Will also fit in here and charge in here. But I think we ought to feel patriotic these days, you think, as a country. When you got a war in Europe, the first huge war in Europe since World War II, so yikes, just saying. Now, I wanted to also remind you, I did this video a little while back. This is the Goliath. This is in S90V. This is a different style blade. This is a Bowie style blade. I almost called it clip style again. Bowie style blade. And then they got the regular bladed versions in M390 and stuff over at Lamnia. And I think if it's over a certain amount of money, it's free shipping, and they ship it UPS. And hell, I had it in either 7 or 10 days coming from Europe. So I'm pretty happy with that. I like having this S90V version, and I have a K110 version of the Goliath. I just like the Goliath. I like it. It's big. I know it's crazy. It's insane, but they're pretty. I mean, the K110 version is like 87 bucks. Okay, so it's not that expensive. So I'll have the link down there if you want to follow up on that, because you were unaware that they had a whole lot of different Max Ace knives that I don't see currently listed on any of the USA retail sites, especially in M390 or S90V. And then they've got the Sandstorm. They got some other, Max Ace brands. And they've even got butterfly knives too, battle songs. Max Ace battle songs. I like Max Ace. So, the Vandal. Just thought I'd bring this to your attention. I mean, I have 3 of the 14C Vandals that I just sent to Brian Wallace, which is anything knife related on Instagram. Anything knife related. I think it's anything _knife_ related. Brian Wallace. But, so he took my scales. This is the bronze. But he popped out, because there's a couple holes behind here, and so you can pop out the inlays. But I don't know how he did that, and I think there's adhesive in there. So you'd check with him if you want to anodize yours, because I was contacted by another guy yesterday that wants to do that. And so I go check with him, find out what all's involved. And then here's the blue. Okay, so I sent him 3 of them. And then here's the purple. Okay, so when I get them back from him, I'll put them on my channel and this and that. I do have a few of these left, not many. Supposedly, I have another 30 of them that will be here, that will be coming in from TwoSun. So if I run out and you still want on the list, they're going to come UPS, so they will be here within, 10 days or something, and it won't be like bidding on eBay and waiting, I don't know, 3 weeks or whatever for one. I haven't even seen them on eBay yet. So I haven't seen them anywhere. You're not going to see them anywhere. You're just going to see them on eBay. You're going to see them with me. That's it on them. There's not all that many that are going to be floating around. So just in case you're interested, I'll be publishing a video on stovepipe. Stovepipe, really cool. Kingdom Armory. That guy who makes the custom knives is Aces Up. Way cool. And this is a beautiful design. Really like it. I like this particular knife as well. And I still got my little protector on there. By God, I'm going to keep it nice. But I have to pull that out when I put it in my pocket. But other than that, but yeah, I like it, except it's under 7 inches long. I mean, I'll get into it when I do my review. But I'm just saying, how about if this was 9 inches long, like a 3.85 inch blade? Would this be the dog? This would be the dog, because this is badass. This is Bill the Butcher. This is Bill the Butcher. Bill ain't gonna butcher nothing except maybe a cocktail olive with this thing. I mean, this is whatever. So I'm just saying, good Lord. Come on, man. Kaiser. The original. It's the original. Does it even say that? This is a Kaiser and Mojave Outdoors collaborative, 154 cm. They'll be in like a gray with a gray blade, and then it'll be also green. These are all aluminum, by the way. Black, green, and gray. And the black and the green will have a black blade, and the gray will have a gray blade. And I'm thinking, I want a green with a gray blade. So I don't know how that's going to happen. But this is like basically a 3 and a 7. A little bit under 7, a little bit under that, a little bit under this, whatever. But there's 3 inch, close to 7, like 6.8 inches, but a 3-inch blade. Okay. But it's really cool because it's a little button lock. It's super lightweight. It's got incredible action to it. And these are now out, I believe, officially. If they aren't, they will be tomorrow or the next day on the Mojave Outdoor site. And you might want to grab one because they were saying their wish list people already have claimed like supposedly 80% of the production that they're going to release. So you might want to check that out. I like it. It's really smooth. I'm surprised the action's so nice on this. This is just way cool. Middle finger flick or front thumb flick. It's not a flipper, but it's a button lock, and it's way, way cool. Another reminder on the Vandal, if you buy a Vandal, I want to give you an advance warning. Most of the Vandals will not pull out like this. The detent is really, really strong. It's really more akin to the, I've got an Elementum button lock here. I can't pull this out, okay? I can operate it with the button. It's great. It's fidget friendly like this, right? And that's the way the Vandal is on most of the models. The detent can be adjusted because 2 screws, pop it off. Underneath, on the back side of this, there's the spring. It's looking up at you when you pull this side off. And you can take it and compress it with some pliers. You know, you can measure it with your calipers or whatever. And then, then compress it a few times, and get it to where it's not as tall. Put it back in, put it back together. The detent will be reduced. I've done it so efficiently that actually the blade would just fall right out of the handle. And that was like a bridge too far. So then I took the spring out, stretched it out a little bit to increase the detent. So I went a little far. This one's just right for me. No, I could not finger flick this one when I got it out of the box. So, and I'm not going to break these boxes open and tear these knives apart. I'm going to send them to you as the factory sent them to me, okay? I'm not going to molest them. I will let you molest them. I will not molest them. I'm going to molest my own knife, but I will not molest yours. So, but it's really easy to compress the spring, put it back in, and have a go at it. And they're saying, one guy said, don't turn the spring upside down. So make sure you kind of know which direction the spring is going. And I don't know that that makes that big a difference, but I'm not going to go against what he said. I don't know, but so that's what I did. Just compress the spring down, put it back in. If it's not enough, then compress it a little bit more, put it back in. One guy actually, took a wire cutter and cut part of the spring off to make it shorter. I think I compress it, just saying. Anybody know about the Ace Medusa? Have you ever seen Ace on there, the Medusa? Okay, this is not the Medusa, right? This is the No Limit knife, No Limit Night Stalker S90V. This is a titanium pocket clip. This is aluminum, okay? I'm wondering if they're saying you could put a tritium. I mean, that almost looks like it was made to put a tritium bar into. You can get it in like this dagger blade, or you can get it in a drop point, that kind of thing. And I think they even are anodized in maybe green or something like that. But you ought to check these out. What the hell? Now I can't remember the site. It was something cutlery. I can't remember. Or something Knife Works. It was a USA retailer. They've got them. I don't know if Grindworks has them, and they may, but it was some other place, and I can't remember. I'll see if I'll put it down below here if I remember while I'm getting ready to upload this. But yes, I just think they're aces because this is the Ace Medusa. I mean, if you look at the Ace Medusa, which I wanted really bad, but Justin at White Mountain wasn't going to carry them, and that means I had to order it from Ollie, and I just never got around to doing it. But the carbon fiber is where the aluminum is, and the aluminum is where the carbon fiber is on the Ace Medusa. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same, and there's a couple of little, like, machined areas on top. Otherwise, it's dead on. And what I wanted to tell you is, oh my God, that is the least amount of play I have seen on an OTF, period. Okay, so except I'm getting that G&G Deadlock, Nighthawk, whatever it is, the OTF. I've got that coming in. It's the B, it's not the C version that's out now. Yeah, so I'm going to get that, and that has zero play from what I understand. But it's freaking $1,200 or $1,500. I mean, depending on what the hell. The B version is titanium with carbon fiber, and I think went for $1,500 or $1,600. So that's supposedly coming in here pretty quick, probably Monday or so. So I'll be interested in seeing what that's like. But this is way cool, way damn cool, and nice action. So I'm really happy to have it because, and of course I want the dagger thing. I don't want the drop point, but I mean, that's just me, but that is cool. That's almost a 4-inch blade right there, 9 1/4 overall length. And that's going to leave a mark. That's definitely going to leave a mark. So really nice hardware on it. Ace does a great job. And I don't know if these people, the No Limit people, will say anything specifically, but on the American site, it does say made in China. So just incredible. Actually, the Ace one, the Medusa, is supposedly M390. These are S90V. So there you go. Whatever. Okay. I mean, that's almost a solid 30 minutes, folks. And we didn't even pause for a commercial break. No big pharma commercials, no big banking finance commercials, no Liberty Mutual or State Farm commercials. I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. If you're going to the Texas Blade Show, let me know because you're buying the beer, damn it. And that ought to give you incentive to hook up with me. And, if you want one of these, let me know. I do have some left. I'm holding a couple for some guys that are going to pay me here later in the week or whatever. But other than that, yeah, I've got about maybe 7 available. And then I've got another 30 coming in, so I can put you on a list, and you'll get them quicker than you're going to get them anywhere else. But it's, $189 a piece. And so if that's a price you could tolerate, if it's a knife that you would like to have, I mean, it's a machete. It's a big knife, okay? It's not, what is it? Is it 4.25 or 4 inches even? 4 inches even, 9 1/4. You'd think I'd know what the hell, right? I designed the damn thing. Me and Max, poor old Max, I said, Max, this is what I want. But it's like a chalk drawing. It's like I'm a second grader. The guy has to put it on a computer screen. And then it's Mr. Tweakorama here saying, oh, no, I don't want that, I want this. So I'm printing out his things and making corrections and scanning them, giving them back to him. This was way before Russia, of course, did their incursion. This was like over a year ago when we started working on this. So, but I appreciate you guys. Pray for our buddies in Ukraine. This is just, regardless of what your political strike is, or slant, tilt. I mean, women and children, really? Come on, man. This is bullshit. This should not stand. And I don't know why we're letting Russia call the shots, call the rules. It's like Russia goes, well, no, if you spit to the left, we're going to consider that an attack. And we're like, oh, okay, well, maybe we shouldn't do that then. It's like, why aren't we telling them you attack civilian sites, all bets are off, screw you, we'll enforce a no-fly zone. See what he does. See what he does. You know what? Maybe we should start calling the shots. Maybe we should start making the rules. Yikes. All right. All I gotta say is drill, baby, drill. Let's get some oil. And you guys, thanks for listening in, and my political rant as well. And stay sharp.